everybody, my name is V. Narendra Kumar and we are from NRK Academy. And today we have the 19th story in our series of AESOP's Tales by Retold by Tolstoy. And this is part of our 500 plus stories of master reading and listening with grammar analysis so that we all can become absolute masters of reading. 19th story, The Fox and the Goat. The Fox and the Goat. A goat wanted to drink. A goat, because this is G sound, so we have A, wanted, simple past tense, want becomes wanted, to drink. So what is the purpose? A goat wanted to drink, to V1 or to infinitive as they say. Full stop. He went down the incline to the well. He went down the incline. Incline is a new word here, it means angle. It went down the incline to the well, to the well. To is a preposition here, the well. So the incline, the well, comma, drank his fill, comma, and gained in weight. So there are three sentences, notice here. He went down the incline to the well, he drank his fill, he gained in weight, right? And these three sentences are combined with a comma and. I read again. He went down the incline to. To is a preposition. To. Where? To. The well, comma, he is silent, drank his fill, and he again is silent, gained in weight. Gained because it is simple past tense. So we have got a complete understanding of this sentence. He started. Simple past tense, start becomes started, to get out. What is the purpose? To get out. But is a conjunction here. He is silent, could not do so. He could not do so. He started to get out, but he could not do so. He began to bleat. He began is simple past tense. And what was the purpose? He began to do what? To bleat. B-L-E-A-T is the sound that he made. The sound that he made. A fox saw him. Simple past tense, saw him. And he said, he is silent. A fox saw him, a fox said. You combine it with a conjunction, and he said. Inverted commas start here. That is it. The short form is that's it. Stupid one. Exclamation mark is like shouting. If you had as much sense in your head. If you had is past. As much sense in your head as there are hairs in your beard. If you had as much sense as in your head as there are hairs in your beard, which means like you should have that much sense, so many hairs in your beard, you would have thought of how to get out before you climb down. So there's a big sentence. Let's analyze it. If you had as much sense, clear. In your head, clear. As there are hairs in your beard, which means as many hairs in your beard if you had that much sense. So as much as there are is comparing sense and the hairs in your beard. Okay, comma. The sentence is not over. So there are two sentences already here. If you had two parts, if you had as much sense in your head as there are hairs in your beard, okay, you would have. It's regret. When you have regret, you say had, would have. You would have thought. Think, thought. So like I say, if you had come to my house, I would have given you the book. Past. If it didn't happen, but if you had come to my house, I would have given. The same structure comes here. Had, would have. You would have thought of. Of is what you would have thought of. The thing. Of how to get out before you climb down. So if you notice, see, of how, before, right, comma, and, but, or if, all these things are connectors. And that is how you become masters, right? Get the connectors, get the prepositions, get the commas, how one part of a sentence is getting linked to another part, get every single meaning, get every single verb and as to how it is used, and you will be a master of reading. That is it, is short form is that's it, stupid one. If is a connector. You had as much sense in your head. You see the power of in here, in your head. See, let's read the sentence without characters. You had as much sense, your head, there are hairs in your beard. It's not very difficult, isn't it? If you had as much sense in your head as there are hairs in your beard. See, if are connectors. You would have, if you had come to my house, I would have given you my book. You would have thought of what? How to get out before you climb down. It's a very simple sentence. There are 5 parts to this sentence, all combined simply with connectors, and that is how when you repeat and 500 stories, you'll get so comfortable with English reading. And once you get English reading, you will actually get everything else: listening, speaking, writing, all that, and vocabulary. So that's how the story is complete. Such a lovely story because it is a very simple story. You might wonder what's so great about this story, but that is the greatness of these classic stories, moralistic stories, because there's a very simple moral. You should think before you do anything. That's all. The Fox and the Goat. Now let's check whether you have got the full reading. A goat wanted to drink. He went down the incline, the angle, new word, to the well, comma, he drank his fill, he is silent, and he gained in weight, he is silent again. Gained in weight, simple past tense. He started to get out, simple past tense, but is a connector. Could not do so, cannot, past becomes could not. That time he could not, that time his ability was not there. He began, past tense began to bleat. Began to do what? To bleat. Bleat is another new word, the sound he made. A fox saw him, simple past, and he said, he is silent. That's it, stupid one. And we've already seen the parts here. If you had as much sense in your head as there are hairs in your beard, you would have thought of how to get out before you climb down. So had, would have, structure has come here. And that completes, I think, I'm sure you all have understood this story perfectly. You can hear it any number of times and you can actually master it. You can almost memorize it. Memorize these structures and that will go into your head and you'll start enjoying English also. So then we'll meet in the next time with the 20th story, The Dog and Her Shadow, in the next video. Thank you so much.